Can a smartphone be fixed with a software update? I mean, can it fundamentally be changed from maybe a bad phone to a good phone, or from a good phone to a bad phone, or whatever? Like, is it possible to save a phone? Well, I'm going to find out today. But for which phone? Oops, I bought it again. The Oneplus 7 is back in my hand. Oh, baby. Right after this!
This is, you listening to Travis.
What up, players? Welcome back. And for all you new people, welcome. My name's Travis and I do tech videos every single week and have a blast doing them. If that sounds like fun to you, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Anything I talk about will be in the description below. But for now, let's just get into the video. That's right, the Oneplus 7 Pro is back in my hand, and there's reasons for that. Not just to test whether or not the software can actually make it better than when I had it before, but because I missed it. I missed it. I'm not gonna lie, I missed it. What did I miss about it? Well, there's a lot of things. But the number one thing that I missed the most about it was the performance. Like, the day-to-day performance was so good that when I used my Note 7 for a week or so that I didn't have this thing, it actually was kind of, it wasn't fun. And for the first time in a long time, I have a phone that I'm actually having fun with, which is weird to say because I've always looked at phones as kind of a utility, a tool. But this thing is just plain fun, and it opens up apps super fast. The 90 Hertz is great, but it's even more than that. I talked about this in my other video. It's about the entire experience, and this experience is good. Now, there were two major things among other little niggly things that I returned this phone for initially. But let me talk about the returning of the phone thing. I love how people in comment sections around YouTube think they know everything. They think they understand all the things because they watch a YouTube video here or there, and then they blanket statement everybody. Well, let me bust your blanket. I saw someone say something about how YouTubers will buy stuff, review it, and return it. Now listen, at the end of the day, this is my money. I'm paying for this. If I want to return something, I'll return it. But in the case of smartphones, and hear me on this, this was literally the only phone in the history of me buying phones that I've ever returned. Even the crap ones I've reviewed on this channel, I still own. They're still around here somewhere. So instead of pretending like you know everything, why don't you just shut your mouth and watch what I'm saying? Oh man, I got a little aggressive there. What was that all about? But back to the Oneplus 7 Pro. Listen, I liked everything about it. There were a couple of things, and I'll real quick run down the things that made me return it. I really kind of look at it like this. There were just a couple of things that pushed me over. I'm always going to have to give up certain things on a phone that I maybe wish it had. And there were a couple of things. And one of the things that actually pushed me over the edge was the camera quality. It was kind of, well, at least the telephoto and the wide angle were kind of suspect in quality. So Oneplus 7 released an update. And that's why I wanted to get it again, because I figured, well, if they fix that, then I guess I'm happy, because I'll take the rest of the shortcomings and I'll deal with them. So did the update fix it? Well, yes and no. I mean, you can watch other videos and there's other websites that have kind of gone over the picture quality before and after, and I have a couple of shots here. And what I think my end result is that there are some differences. The telephoto lens and the wide angle lens still don't match the quality of the normal lens. And at the end of the day, I think I'm just gonna have to use it as the regular lens. I've always been happy with the selfie camera. Look at this shot here, I think it looks good. In general, the selfie camera I'm fine with. The main camera I'm absolutely fine with. But the wide angle, I'm not super happy with it. It seems a little soft and the colors don't seem right. The telephoto lens looks a little better, but again, I just don't think I'm gonna use those two. But if I stick to the regular camera and the selfie camera, then I'm fine. And by the way, that's pretty much what I did on my Note 9, so I'm not really missing out on anything. Speaking of things I might be missing out, some people are saying it's not IP rated. Well, that's true, and kind of not exactly true. So while it doesn't have the rating, it actually could be dumped underwater. There's entire reviews that show that this thing is basically rated for underwater use if they dropped it in a toilet. They just didn't pay for that, so I'm cool with that. Then some of you are gonna go, well, you can't wirelessly charge it. Oh, really? Look at that, it's charging. Now here's the thing. I've been wirelessly charging phones since before most phones supported it. Like, I had Samsung Galaxy phones that I was wirelessly charging before they supported it. I'm not new to this game. I mean, obviously some of you are because you think there's no way to work around it. But there is. And I'll make a video about that. And if I'm done with the video, it'll be at the end card here. I'll show you exactly how I got this one set up. And if not, you just gotta wait and come back and watch my next video. But the point is, 2 of those things are pretty much taken care of. The only thing left is the headphone jack, and I don't use the headphone jack, so it doesn't matter to me. Having said that, I know headphone jacks are really important to most of you. In my last video, I mentioned the Note 10, and a lot of people, if you look in the comment section, are really upset about that thing not having a headphone jack. Samsung's gonna have some really upset customers. Or I shouldn't even say customers, because it sounds like a lot of people aren't gonna buy the Note 10 strictly on that alone. Which to me is crazy. I mean, I don't really use my headphone jack, so I'm buying it regardless. The only other thing that made me really return this in the first place was the fear of it just dying. My friend Viper and TK both had like reboot issues, and it died, and just weird things that I just wasn't willing to accept. With this new firmware, I haven't heard of that happening at all. And as a matter of fact, even over the last week or so, I hadn't heard anything about it happening at all to anyone else. So I figured it was safe to dip my toe back in. And with the new software, everything seems to be working. Like I said, there's a slight difference in the camera quality, but it's about what it was before. I'll just stick to the main camera, and I still absolutely love this thing. I've been using this thing all day. Let's see, what time did I take it off? I took it off at like 8 a.m. And as of right now, I have 70% battery. And right now, it is 6 o'clock at night, and I have 70% battery. And yes, some of you are gonna say, that's impossible, you don't have everything but that. Shut up. My usage might not be like your usage. I mean, I am on social media most of the day. I am a YouTuber, but some of you are savages with your phone and need to get your phone out of your face and live some life every once in a while, wondering why you can't get 9 hours of screen on time. Why are you spending 9 hours with screen on time? Do you see anything else that's happening around you in your life? Do you pay attention at all? So I don't know about some of you savages, but I'm getting more than a day's battery life out of this thing. So I'm not that worried about it. I got wireless charge. It's basically IP rated for me. I don't use a headphone jack. It's smooth, it's silky, it's sexy. The software, I mean, did some things, I guess. Didn't really affect me. Did it fix it? Not really. So I guess maybe the question and the answer is, can you fix a smartphone with an update? I mean, maybe you can some, but not exactly this one. It is what it is. But what it is awesome, and I love it. And if you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. Just, just keep buying what you buy. I'm always gonna buy what I like. This is the first non-Samsung phone I have owned since the Galaxy S2. Think about that for a moment. No shade on Samsung, but this guy is Buster Douglas, Samsung is Mike Tyson. And most of you are too young to understand what the hell that means. If this video helped you out in any way, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And if it didn't, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I'm here every single week having a blast. Hope to see you again real soon. Peace and love, peace and love. Where's my phone?